Welcome everyone, this is Andre's Restart, and this time we are talking about some strong hints that have come out from the Pokémon Presents that are supporting the argument for a Pokémon Legends Kyurem or something Generation 5 related as the mainline title from the Pokémon series coming out next year, 2024. Now before we get into the details, a couple quick disclaimers. You may notice that this video may have limited editing, may be kind of short. It's because my internet crashed last night and I don't have all the resources. I'm not even sure I'll be able to get this video out, but I'm going to try anyways to put out my perspectives and observations here because I'm very excited about what may be happening. But if you were looking for a more comprehensive video on what's going on regarding this potential Generation 5 Legends Kyurem game, I did make another video a little while back. I'll have that in the iCard and also in the end screen so you can check that out for more background information on what's going on here, but this video is mostly just focusing on the additional information and supporting hints that have come out from the Pokémon Presents. With that said, we are aiming to hit 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. With your help and also the internet coming back, we might just have a chance. So there are three major things that I noticed in the Pokémon Presents surrounding the Scarlet and Violet DLC that seem to be supporting this idea that something along the lines of a Legends Kyurem or Generation 5 is coming out next year. Now, a couple things to note. The mainline Pokemon games tend to always have some subtle hints for what's to come next. And also recently, the Riddler, who always puts out Pokemon leaks and has a consistent track record but in a riddle teasing-like form, has suggested that this DLC will be having some hints. So for sure, I'm keeping my eyes peeled, as many others are as well. Now, the most obvious hint comes with more information on this character, Drayton. We were speculating that Drayton is in some way a actual dragon-type Pokemon trainer, and perhaps even related to the Generation 5 Drayton gym leader, who's also a dragon-type user. And, well, he is. His name is basically Drayton's. He uses dragon-type Pokemon. And the Pokemon he's using is actually a new Pokemon, which adds even more extra emphasis on this. His new Pokemon is an evolution of Duraludon, who is a Steel-type dragon Pokemon. Its name stands for durability, but its new evolution is Archaludon. Arches, like in bridges, and if you look at the design, it's based off a bridge. And Nintendo of America even tweeted out about this Pokemon and mentioned how it resembles a bridge. Now, the reason why this bridge motif is important is because the bridges, the archways, were an extremely strong inspiration throughout Generation 5 Unova, which was based off New York, which also has a lot of bridges and archways. So Drayton, someone related to Drayton, both Dragon-type trainers, Drayton being the gym leader from Generation 5, and this Pokemon that is a bridge but also a dragon, strongly also hinting at Generation 5. That's compelling, but there's a little bit more here. So we got the reveal of a new character in the DLC. Her name is Perrin. And what everyone's noticing about Perrin is that she shares some design elements with Adaman from Pokémon Legends Arceus. And what you'll notice is that she has a similar facial structure, similar eye color, similar hair color. Even the bang and hairline are actually pretty much exactly the same. The suggestion being that they share a lineage, also similar to Drayton and Drayton. And what's neat about this is that not only are we getting hints with characters related to Generation 5, but we're also getting hints with characters related to the Pokemon Legends series. And basically, if we're getting something Generation 5 next year, and it's too soon for an actual brand new remake because we just got Generation 4 remakes not that long ago, then a fair bet is Legends Arceus, a very strong performing selling series that is now another style of mainline entry that we can get before the next mainline generational jump, which wouldn't happen until at least 2025. But there's another hint here that I think perhaps may be a bit more subtle. The first wave of the DLC is coming out this September. Not November, not October, September. It is earlier than expected. It's pretty much the earliest month in fall. And what's also interesting, within the Pokémon Presents, they still say winter 2023. There's been a lot of speculation that winter 2023 would actually mean like January or February. in winter, but technically in 2024, but because the season started in 2023, it still counts as winter 2023. But with this DLC coming out so early in September, it does open the doors for maybe the second wave of the DLC coming out this December, in the beginning of winter, just a season later. And even if it doesn't come out December, the odds of it coming out earlier, like in January or February, well, they're higher now. And when you take a look at all the footage they showed almost an equal amount for both DLC waves. It looks like they're pretty close to complete here, so it does seem like this DLC, both waves are coming sooner than expected. And the reason this is important is because if they're going to wrap up the DLC by the beginning of next year, the early point of next year, in time for the February presents we tend to get for Pokemon, where they usually make their more major brand new announcements, this sets things up for a proper other mainline title to be taking the spotlight for next year. And considering these hints we're seeing and the strong sales history of Legend Arceus and the rumors suggesting that something Generation 5 is coming out next year, potentially a Legend style game or something along those lines, my hope, optimism, and even confidence is growing in a Pokemon Legends style game coming out next year for 2024. It might be the ideal kind of game to still come out and be exciting for Switch owners, but also with all the rumors and reports coming out about a Switch 2 coming out next year, a Legend style game could be very exciting for a lot of people who also get the Switch 2. This is all with the assumption that it's backwards compatible. So basically, kind of like how in previous generations when we had the Game Boy Advance, the DS, the 3DS, when there was a new Pokemon game, it was available for the prior gen system, but because of backwards compatibility, you could play it on the new system and it might run and look a little bit better. So things that are going on right now surrounding the Pokemon DLC are a bit curious. And I'll also just say the DLC itself is actually looking better than expected, which I'm very much happy to see. But what do you guys think of this possibility? Do you believe that these hints mean something? Let me know in the comments below. This is Andres Restart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care.